Welcome to the Stoned Templar. The Philosopher's Stone, functionality of a geometric model. What is the Philosopher's Stone? The essence of the Philosopher's Stone is transformation, physical, spiritual transformation, transformation of time and space, transformation of existence, transformation of consciousness. Inspired by Emblem 21 in Michael Maier's alchemical book, Atalanta Fugiens, published in 1617, that illustrates the Philosopher's Stone using geometry. What Emblem 21 suggests is that Maier knew about the God equation, block universe theory, the theory of relativity, string theory, the Tesla equation, Newton's laws of gravitation and motion, Maxwell's equations, etc. In other words, he was familiar with the theory of everything and was a time traveler. Objects depicted in medieval alchemical illustrations were symbolic, used to convey cryptic messages. Each object depicted is significant, and attention must be given to even the smallest detail. The first thing we're going to consider in Emblem 21 is what's in the background. The tower featured on the far left is suggestive of the form of a spaceship. Offset to the left of the illustration, the man in medieval garb presents as a possible time traveler. He's wearing headgear suggestive of a helmet. He has what appear to be ladders on his clothing. He's holding a large pair of compasses, aka dividers. Dividers are used for measuring and dividing one area into separate parts. Ergo, dividing time and space. Appears about to step over a T-square with his right foot. The T-square as depicted is impractical as a drafting tool, as the horizontal bar isn't affixed to the top of the vertical bar. It presents as a lowercase t, representing time, as well as a cross, suggesting salvation. The instrument on the ground to the right of the T-square isn't a protractor. It's a clinometer used to measure angles of slope, elevation, or depression of an object with respect to gravity's direction. In other words, it measures space. In the bottom left corner is a sketch pad featuring a dodecahedron encircled hexagram and a square. Now let's look at composition of the wall. The wall is taller than the man and appears to be primarily made of rectangular blocks, bricks with large areas of mortar or plaster. Its overall impression is the possibility of a map with the bricks symbolizing moments in time and space. The man is using his dividers to inscribe a large circle. Within this large circle is an isosceles triangle containing a square that contains a circle containing a naked man and woman. What is curious is the illustration incorporates reference to OAO. A represents alpha, a beginning. O represents omega, O, an ending. Generally, we find alpha and omega referring to the beginning and end of a process or segment of linear time, AO or AO. In using OAO, OAO, Maier appears to suggest that time and space are not linear. If he were suggesting they were a repetitive cycle or process, he would have used AOA, AOA, meaning beginning and beginning, not OAO. As such, the implication is that moments in time and space are concurrent. OAO is also an acronym for Orbital Analysis Officer. Referring to the naked man and woman in the center of the illustration, it appears that they are possibly performing a courante, a grave and majestic dance popular in the early 17th century that involved swaying, turns, running, and hopping steps. Described by Johann Mattheson in Der Vollkommene Kapellmeister, Hamburg 1739, as chiefly characterized by the passion or mood of sweet expectation. For there is something heartfelt, something longing and also gratifying in this melody, clearly music on which hopes are built. Dancing is often a prelude to or part of a mating ritual among both animals and humans. As both figures are naked, it appears the dance will culminate in coitus, and a union of opposites will occur. Converting Maier's Emblem 21 to a 2D representation, we find a point within a circle represents man within the universe. A microcosm within a macrocosm. A hexagram symbolizes a union of opposites. A circle implies protection, the celestial realm. The square alludes to the material, physical, terrestrial world. The combination of a hexagram within a squared circle gives the impression that transformation is occurring celestially and terrestrially. A point-up triangle represents an ascent to heaven. The outer circle represents the heavens themselves, the universe. An interpretation of the Philosopher's Stone's symbol is that it represents the transformation or purification of man within the universe and his ascent from the terrestrial world to the celestial. We can extrapolate a three-dimensional geometric model from the two-dimensional representation of Maier's illustration. Deconstructing the 3D model, we find that the model is composed of platonic solids. Plato described the 5 platonic solids as a tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron that are the basis of crystal forms. The vibrational motion of an atom in a crystal propagates to neighboring atoms, which leads to wave-like propagation of the vibrations throughout the crystal. The way in which these natural vibrations travel through the crystalline structure determine fundamental properties of the material. For example, these vibrations determine how well heat and electrons can traverse the material and how the material interacts with light. Swapping out a fraction of a material's atoms with atoms of a different element, called doping, the speed and frequencies of these vibrations can be controlled. Analyzing the model, we not only find platonic forms, we also discover that they are layered, interconnected, and have meaning. The two impaled counter-rotating tetrahedra, Maier's naked couple, are a union of opposites called a star tetrahedron or stellated octahedron that represents a Merkaba in mystic circles. The three-dimensional components of the model are a star tetrahedron within what appears to be a sphere, but is actually a spherical rhombic dodecahedron that creates a faceted cube within a square pyramid within a geodesic icosahedron. The model morphs through vibration and pressure, tension, to appear as other platonic solids. The operative 3D model appears to pulsate from contraction and expansion, but it's actually oscillating due to the counter-rotating Merkaba that creates opposing vortices of electricity and magnetism. As depicted in an illustration by Bo Atkinson, an electromagnetic force is generated by the Merkaba. The faster the Merkaba spins, the greater the electromagnetic force generated. The sphere is a hollow-charged conductor with an interior cavity filled by the Merkaba that becomes a point within a circle. The cube is a hollow-charged conductor containing the sphere. The tetrahedron as a square pyramid is a hollow-charged conductor with an interior cavity containing the cube. The icosahedron is a hollow-charged conductor containing the square pyramid. Questions. 1. What is the functionality of the model? In other words, what is it and what does it do? Describe its process and performance in layman's terms. 2. What role, if any, does vibration play? 3. What is its frequency range? 4. Does it involve or impact the dimensions of time and space? 5. Does it have gyroscopic properties? Is there a sixth platonic solid, a seven-sided geometric form, a heptahedron? Yes. In January 2000, Frank Chester discovered a heptahedron, called a chestahedron, that has 7 points, 7 equal faces of equal surface area, and 12 edges. The pyramid has 4 triangles that open up like a flower petal blooming, with its apex forming 3 quadrilaterals or kites. The geometry of a chestahedron has proven applications in meditation, heart geometry, and the interior structure of the Earth. Initially, it appears that a chestahedron isn't featured in Maier's illustration, but it is. It's hidden in plain sight disguised as the tower. When the 3D model is encapsulated within a hollow-charged chestahedron, what is it and what does it do? Describe in layman's terms. If the chestahedron is spun at an angle, what happens? Does the 3D model perform as a gyroscope? If not, at what angle and rate of spin are vortices created? What happens when vortices form? What is it and what does it do at a high rate of spin? Describe in layman's terms. Does it involve or impact the stone's 4 transformation properties? When we consider a 3D model of Maier's illustration encapsulated within a chestahedron, it presents as a crystal, as a stone. Knowledge of advanced mathematics and physics is needed to discern what the stone is and what it does. If the stone doesn't exist, if it isn't real, if its seemingly magical properties are nothing more than fantasy, then why have the most intelligent and respected men throughout human history invested so much time and effort risking everything in pursuit of its creation?